Hi everybody, my name is Rhys Barber. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
And my name is Taylor Green, and I'm the other audiologist here. So, two patients in this. Oh, welcome to day 18. 18. It's almost forgot. There's two patients in this video. First one is mine. We've got a bilateral wax removal here. So, we've got a really soft kind of plug of deep wax here in this ear. A lot of oil has been used, which is good. Always helps when it comes to removing.
Yeah.
The wax from the ear kind of slides out a lot easier.
Much easier. That came away much better than I thought it was going to, actually.
Oh, as soon as I started seeing it like slowly like clawing its way into the suction tube, I thought, oh, this is going to take a while. But no, we got quite lucky here. This bit actually was a little bit more tricky to take away, I think, because this was coming away in little tiny pieces, if I can remember.
That's almost what I expected the first one to come away
First part to do, yeah. So you can see it's just kind of left little tiny bits behind, and as we're drawing it out, like you can see it all just kind of suctioning into the tube. So that, here we go, last little bits here now. I think this was the bit that gave us a little bit of trouble. It didn't jump up into the tube like I thought it was going to.
Oh,
so I said to the patient after this little bit, actually I left that tiny spot there because the patient did say they did experience a little bit of pressure, but that's just where we touched up against the eardrum to take that little tiny bit away.
So that's very similar on this side, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very similar, very, very deep. Again, patient's been using oil, fair play, you know, it's always lovely to see when the ear's almost like drowned full of oil, especially when the plugs are like this, you know, where they're still all together in one big piece. And it's not coming away. You can't really tell though when you're using oil yourself. You don't know what your consistency of wax is like.
No, you've got no chance. The thing is, sometimes you can put loads of oil in it and it really penetrates into the wax well, doesn't it? But it's these ones where it's such a hard piece, it doesn't penetrate in, but it just coats the canal all really well. That's when it's really helpful, because look at that, it's just wedged.
This was actually quite a tricky one because the patient had two piercings kind of like right opposite each other. So I was almost, you can see this is the back end of the one piercing. So I was almost trying to avoid the piercings with the camera and go over the top with the tools at the same time. So it was a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, most piercings you can kind of work around. We do ask some patients to remove them, but sometimes they've been in there that long, the patient can't get them out anyway, can they? They're kind of really jammed tight.
Yeah, it's the tragus piercings I think a lot of people have trouble removing. There we go.
That came away really well, didn't it? Look at that.
There's the piercings.
Oh, there's a few in there.
There's a few in there, but looking lovely and healthy afterwards.
That's looking loads better, isn't it?
Yeah, patient feeling so much better afterwards. And I'd probably say we've got a centimetre and a half there. It's probably an easy one to read in.
3/4 of an inch that was. Mine's very different. You can see the consistency. It almost looks quite humid in the hair straight away. This is that fudgy clay type consistency. It's always a difficult one to remove. And you can see as soon as I put the suction tube on it, rather than it kind of moving the whole plug, it just kind of squishes the front from side to side. So not always simple ones to do these.
No.
Just trying to gather as much of it up into the one corner as I can to sort of detach underneath before I move it again to try and detach it from the next section. But as soon as you get a grip on it, every time you move it, you're just sucking little bits of it off into the tube.
Oh, come on. You just kind of waited for it and you just, come on. Good.
Yeah, you just want it to go. It's just not budging. I think I did put some oil in. I'm not sure whether I've done it yet, but I think we do put some oil in just to help it along.
Just get the bucket of oil out.
It's just pour it in.
Pour it in.
But it's moving. It's just a kind of painstaking one, this one. A lot of the time, if you try to use a curettage tool on these, it's just going to spread it like butter all over the inside the ear canal, and it's going to make it more difficult to remove. I'm starting to see a little bit more. That bottom is just, every time we move along, it's working its way forwards, isn't it?
It's almost like rolling from the bottom.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy the videos, you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. That'd be brilliant. And if you do have problems with the earwax or ear problems yourself, check out the link tree in the description. Book yourself an appointment. See myself with lovely Miss Taylor Green. There you go. Out that came. Let's have a look beyond it. Did it come away cleanly? Yeah, it pretty much did. There you go. So you can see it's, it was hanging on there a little bit, but it did come away nicely. Ooh, now this one looks more wet and mushy, doesn't it, this one?
You can tell by the moisture, the humidity.
That humidity hits that camera straight away, doesn't it, as soon as you go in there.
You're not even in the ear canal half the time.
Yeah.
You can see it steaming up.
Exactly.
Sorry with our accents as well. I've read a lot of comments in the comment section recently saying that they're struggling to understand us because being Welsh, the Welsh people generally tend to talk quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, we do try and talk a little bit quieter, but the speediness does come out sometimes and we do get a bit carried away.
We do. When we get excited, we can't help it. It's more of a kind of a musical lilt to the language, I think. And I think, or the accent anyway, and the Welsh language, in fact. But it's we can't help it. We just go a bit too quickly sometimes. And it doesn't help that the closed captions don't really work very well with Welsh accents. Some people have said there's some real random stuff coming up in the closed because the closed captions are automated. We'd love to be able to sit down and listen back to the voiceovers we do and then type them up properly. Oh my goodness, it would just take us so much time. We'd never get to see any patients or get any videos out. So so that's why we use automatic closed captions rather than the sort of manual ones.
It does say it really where the automatic captions doesn't even understand what we're saying half the time.
That's true. That's very, very true. Very, very true. But it's starting to get to that thicker consistency now. That thinner material is we're starting to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Bit of oil gone in.
Yeah, a little bit of oil. It does, again, just to kind of slip around the sides really.
Yeah.
To almost slide the plug out. You can see the whole thing is starting to move.
We're into the last week of Waxvent now as well. Only 7 more days left to go.
Yes, we are. We are indeed.
We do take, so just so you know guys, we do always take some time off over Christmas. So we take a break from the channel. We take a break from everything actually. We down tools, clinic shuts. So we're not back until I think the first week of January. So you are going to be without videos from Christmas Day until the new year, guys. So just to let you know, that's coming as well. And don't forget, if you do want a personalised message from myself on Cameo, cut off for that is the 20th, last request going on the 20th, and we will be closing that down then until the new year as well. Oh, there we go, out that came.
Lovely.
Oh,
I was hoping that was going to just kind of jump up then.
Yeah.
No.
It just doesn't want it's really, you can see how sticky that wax is. It just wants to hold on to that back end of the canal there, doesn't it?
This is what we mean by the kind of painstaking ones.
Yeah.
Where it's such a pain. It just doesn't jump up.
No.
The sticky bits, and
No.
they just don't come away like
They really adhere to that canal wall, don't they? What are we, half an inch?
Centimetre and a half.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bang on. So we shall see you tomorrow for day 19 of Waxvent. We're on to the last week from tomorrow onwards. So guys, as always, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another. And we shall see you again tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye.